Hello farmers, welcome back to Selendra. Going over to visit Earl and drop off 13 sheep to give us 13,000 because, yeah, we're a little low on the cash because we upgraded our spinnery at the end of last episode, but that's going to come in very handy. Getting more fabric, of course. But selling the sheep, our pen is full, and these sheep are worth 1,000 apiece, so might as well go ahead and sell them and let the sheep reproduce. And we sold sheep not too long ago, and they reproduce rather quickly, so we'll keep up this process as long as the sheep can do so. Let's go ahead and sell those 13. Whoops, that gives me enough cash to go ahead and be a little bit comfortable for about a month or two. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab the doits and we're going to go over and fertilize the wheat field that we planted. There's just little parts of it here and there that need to be fertilized, and then we're going to skip on to the month of December. But not before we also start producing more into the greenhouses. 2 of our greenhouses are producing cotton and strawberries. The other 2 are just producing just plain strawberries. And I'm thinking, well, if we got 2 of them, you know, running 2 productions, why not get the other 2 running 2 productions as well? So I'm thinking maybe this lettuce or something like that. Get a little bit more income from the greenhouses, but that will also go through the water, fertilizer, and seed a little bit quicker as well, but that's fine. Just have to top it off more often than I was before, but it's all profit. That's what it is. December, we're looking at grabbing the stump grinder and going over and taking care of all the stumps where the training facility is going to be. Kind of get that prepped. I'm waiting for December because I'm kind of hoping that the grass will be a little bit shorter so I can see the stumps just a little bit better. Speaking of being able to see better, I'm hoping I can see better when I come in here, and I turned a little bit too late. It's a little snug in here, but we make it work. There we go. Now we're playing with a full deck here. Drop that off, and we are all set with this. We'll park this underneath the shed just in case it decides to snow. We don't want our tractor sitting out in the bad weather conditions. I don't actually have that much fertilizer either, so if I can't get the entire field done, that's okay. We got like about 86 liters, and that's about it. Actually, I got 28 liters, so hardly any. But we'll get done what we can get done. To see if I can remember where the strip is, I'll have to drive up there. Wait, missed that bump. Just barely missed that one. There's one right there. Whoop, another one right there. I mean, they're everywhere. I'm just trying to miss the bigger ones. So I'm thinking the land is right here that needs to be fertilized. So if I go to here. Okay, so it's a little bit more. Let's take off the line part. Yeah, a little bit more to the left. Well, we'll just go somewhere in here and hope for the best. Alright, and then the corner there, then the corner there. Just little pieces that it may give me like an extra 100 liters of wheat, but that extra 100 liters of wheat may come in very handy when the chickens are going through all the feed that they do. Yeah, this is where I kind of miss precision farming a little bit, because you can have the map up in the bottom left-hand corner, and you can be like, oh, that's where I missed a spot, or whatever. Yeah, I'm just going to throw down the last few liters of fertilizer that we have. And there we go. We're out of fertilizer. But I think we got the field pretty much done, right? Yeah, pretty much done. We're all set. All right, let's go back and put the doits away. And then I'll go into the menu and we'll turn on lettuce and the other two greenhouses. I did a double check on all the animals. All the animals are okay for now. Although the sheep, I probably will speed through the day and make sure they're all set before I go to bed. The sheep do tend to go through the grass rather quickly now that we have 195, or actually now 182 because we just sold 13 of them. All right, production buildings and greenhouses here. So this one here, sometimes it acts up. Nope, not that one. That one's making 2. So this one's just doing strawberries. Well, I could do potatoes or sunflowers or something like that. I think we'll just do something that you would normally go in a greenhouse, which would be lettuce. That goes to 48 water. That only goes to 24 water. All right, we're going to do sunflowers, actually, just because it doesn't go through as much water. And I prefer that right now. Let's go ahead and activate that. And then we'll put sunflowers on selling. And we'll do the same in the other greenhouse. Sunflowers, seed, solid fertilizer. No, there we go. Activate that. And then scroll on down here. Sunflowers to selling. Yeah, using less water is definitely something I'm going to shoot for in greenhouses. A few people have commented about, tankers and whatnot for the greenhouses. Some mentioned like trucks, some older style trucks. But the problem is I was on the mod hub. Most of the trucks I was seeing, yeah, it's over 200 horsepower. So we can't use nothing over 200 horsepower. There are a lot of good old style trucks on there with add-ons that you can put onto them, but not many for water. So yeah, I'm just trying to find a happy medium there, but it's not that big of a deal, but something we can definitely look forward to. I did find one truck that had a good capacity for water and whatnot, but the problem is the truck costs like 70 grand, and right now I gotta spend the money elsewhere. So I'm going to fast forward here. While that's going on, let me just double check on the store, and nothing we are looking for. That's way too much horsepower for here. So we're all set there. So yeah, December, going to do some stump grinding to begin the day. I got to get wood into the sawmill. Then, of course, somewhere around midnight, we are looking at selling the silage. Wait, sheep are up here. All right, so they're not going through as much grass. So they might be fine for another day. So I'll see you in December, and we'll get to work on grinding up some stumps. Going to bed with $17,900 in the bank account. Let's see what we wake up to. Ooh, all the way down to $14,800. All right, it is what it is. But we're doing fine. I did decide to give the sheep one bale before I went to bed because they were down to about 2/3 food, and I didn't want them going starving. I'll check the store page. Nothing interesting there. Let me check not the map here. We're waiting for this to come on up. Price is $192 for silage right now. Best price before was $189 at the farm shop. Not at... Oh wait, the farm shop is right where we're at, right? This is the farm shop. Livestock market. Oh, I'm on the wrong product. That'd be helpful. Silage. Livestock market, $192, and the price says it's going down. Is that true, though? I've been fooled by that before. We'll take care of that in a minute. I think we'll just go ahead and get started on grinding up the stumps over by the sheep pen. And we'll put it on the back. I'll leave the weight on the front. And then we're going to zoom by our spruce trees to see if they actually have grown. And it's hard to tell from here, but it doesn't look like they've grown any. Our stone pine trees haven't grown either, but we just barely put those in a couple months ago. But we'll probably cut down a couple of these trees anyways and get them on into the mill. I'm still at 25. I'll cut enough just to go month by month, because I would hate to cut like 10 of them down just to get the sawmill fully running for a while and then find out, well, one more month they would have grown up to 35. There's that one stump being gone. Let's mosey on over here, and of course I'm going to take care of the sheep, meaning I got to bring the wool on over to the spinnery. Yeah, with the grass being a little bit lower, I can see the stumps rather well. So hopefully this doesn't take me too long and I don't have any issues. Hopefully we can just back up over them and we are good. One down over here. Nope, gotta raise it on up. I am getting a good amount of wood chips in the storage facility of this wood chipper, wherever it may actually be. So even though there is no pipe there, if I back up to a trailer and pipe out, all these wood chips will go into the trailer. We can sell the wood chips. For the most part, this mod works rather well. Occasionally, it does have issues. Of course, it could be just the stumps themselves that are difficult. Although, as we saw with the wood splitter, some of these trees do tend to have a dead spot in them. I keep thinking it's on the front. I keep hitting the wrong pedal. Which way I want to go. Come on, Stump, disappear. There we go. Of course, I could just go into easy developer mod and delete the stumps that way, like I'm probably going to end up doing on hinterland. But here we don't have that many. I think that's all the stumps here. At least where the training facility will be going. Looks good. Let's get the ones that are over here. What if I just leave the stump grinder in the up position? I keep putting it down, and I can't drive over them. It seems like if I leave it actually in the up position, it does a little bit better of a job. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to be doing. And that seems to be doing a lot better. not getting a whole bunch of wood chips from the stumps, but that's fine. I think all these wood chips that we have are cutting down trees when we were creating fields or merging fields together. As we know, we don't get that much money from wood chips to begin with. But now, I do have more stumps in there, but I'm not going to worry about those. They're not really in the way. Best way to see a stump is bird's eye view. And I really don't see any more down here currently, so I think we're all set on that. Let's go ahead and bring this on back. We'll drop off the stump grinder, grab the telehandler, we'll come over here and grab the manure fork. We'll cut down, I think this one tree will do it. I think one spruce tree will give us enough liters. Need about 5,000 to get by another month. I've been thinking about putting another shed over here next to the house. A very small one. We got a few implements that could, you know, go undercover. But luckily the weather here in Selendra is not that bad. We don't get that much snow or rain. Of course, now that I say that, they'll probably do it quite often. Alright, the first thing I probably should do, because I don't want to forget about it, I'm going to go over and grab the wool from the sheep and bring that over to the spinnery, and I want to check on the spinnery to see how it's actually doing. Make sure that, you know, we're not low on cotton and wool, which I don't think we're going to be. I gotta remember that one bump is right there by that tree every time I go by it. It's not a bad bump, but occasionally it can knock off one of these pallets. That ditch right there I can't take care of. I think I gotta buy this grass field here, or maybe these two grass fields, in order for me to be able to level the field on out. The road itself. So, yeah, the wool, I think it took some of the wool and the cotton. So, yeah, so far I'm happy with that. The balance may seem to be right there. And, well, we got a lot of fabric. I'm actually just going to move these by hand. Be very tedious to get the telehandler in here and move it around. Probably take me 20 minutes to go ahead and stack this with the telehandler one by one and get them just right. I would like to see another trailer come up for sale in the store page where I could also make it an auto loader. So I do have that option when it comes time. The main reason for getting rid of the trailer that we have is just that when I go to sell, it takes all the fabric or whatever from the front. As I'm driving through, there's too much weight on the back, and it lifts the Fiat right off the ground. So, of course, I could always just try to back in with the trailer, but that can be problematic from time to time. There we go, got the last of the 4 pallets. But before I leave the sheep alone for now, we are back up to 195 sheep, so they are reproducing just as fast as I'm taking them. Do I have any sheep that are worth 1,000? No, I do not. I'll probably take them a while to get there. The first 2 sets of sheep that we sold, those were the originals. I can see we got some sheep right here, 13 sheep, 13 sheep. Maybe next month, both of these will be worth 1,000. So Yeah, I think selling the sheep was a good way to go. They were reproducing just as fast as we were selling them, so that's going to work out well for us. Let's get this other 4,000 liters of wool into the spinnery. Now, the one thing that, may reduce the amount of wool that we get, of course, when we sell them, we're dropping 13 sheep, and it takes a while for them to reproduce and actually get into the pen. And I think younger sheep don't produce as much wool as mature sheep. But as long as, we're feeding more to the spinnery or equal to what the spinnery can produce in a day, then we're fine. Just got to find that happy balance. There we go. 192 was the price. I want to keep an eye on this 192. I know it says the price is dropping, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised if that goes up just a little bit. And that's why I'm holding off onto it. I mean, if it starts dropping, we're only talking $1 on 1,000, so it's not too much, but so is, if it increases $1, it's not that much more, but it is more. So, that's the way I'm going to look at it. And I could end up removing this forklift and these, I would call them long planks, because we're producing short planks. But yeah, I think maybe removing that. But right now, it's not too much in the way. Alright, let's go ahead and do some tree chopping. How many liters do I got left in here? Just shy of 1,300. So I want to try to compare this when hopefully these grow up to 35 meters tall. How many liters we're actually putting in. Am I cutting any of these limbs? I think I missed quite a few of them. Crouching maybe, that's actually working a little bit better today. And I think we'll cut this in half. Just to make it a little bit easier. Alright, sometimes I can pick it right up the first time, and other times I gotta bend it all the way over. No, it's just pushing it and rolling it. Oh, there we go. Come on, grab it. Sometimes it will get under. Like that. There we go, we're all set. Let me close that on up here so we don't lose them. Although I don't think we will. Alright, that's why you should raise up higher than the wall. And if I just lower this, I think I can just take them in from here. Alright, not in the trigger yet. How about if I extend this arm out here? Alright, so maybe I do have to drop them. Alright, we'll drop them. Those should definitely now be taken in by the sawmill. Almost 2,000 liters. Almost 2,000 liters. About 1,800 for that tree. So we'll definitely need another one to get by another month. Limbs be gone, please. I mean, I really don't need to take the limbs off. It'll just make it easier for the telehandler and for me to see where the heck I'm going with it. Oh yeah, I'm just curious just to make sure. Any dead spots on the base of this tree? No, no dead spots like we were getting when we were doing the firewood. Yeah, I don't know what causes that. Because the trees are the same height. So we were cutting down 25-meter spruce trees, but they had a dead spot in it near the base. It could be because the trees that are originally, placed on the map, they don't grow. So I wonder if that's the thing. These trees grow. So I wonder if that has something to do with it because maybe they're prefab trees that map makers probably use. And they're not considered saplings, so I guess the texture would be different of the tree. I don't know. Just trying to pick up the second log. No, don't fall. So close. Alright, I'll just do it the old-fashioned way, which is like this, and then get as close as you can, then close it, and you should be able to grab both. Alright. That over the wall. And let's extend the arm out so we make sure we get in the drop point. That one didn't want to wait to be dropped off. So this should get us up to 5,500. Okay, that one got us up to 6,200. Did I do the math wrong on the first one? Or is it just random how many liters you actually get from a tree? I don't know. Interesting. But now we got enough for another month. Now what I'm going to do is just place the manure grab over here. Now I'll grab the pallet forks. It'll be time to sell the silage bales when the price is good. And 192. Let me speed up time a little bit here. 192. 192. I'm guessing the price is 193, so it is still going up even though the arrow says it's going down. Well, sped up time to almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and the price you saw was 193. It's back down to 192. So we're going to go ahead and sell them. The other price at the other place is still going up slightly, but since this one's right here, this is where I want to sell them. I don't want to be going back and forth with a telehandler that far. At least this time I'm doing it during the daytime. I think the last 2 years I've been selling the silage bales at midnight, so this is a nice little change to be doing it in the middle of the day. And I should be able to grab all 3. And with this money that we're earning here today, well, this money is going to be going to the bank. So I think we're supposed to get something like 45,000. So we're going to end up somewhere around 70,000. Because I was at 15. Oh, sorry, 60,000. Right? 15 and 45. Yeah, that's 60,000. That's 70. So with that $60,000 we'll have, I'll probably put 40,000 of it towards the loan, leaving me 20 grand. That way I can pay for stuff during the winter months. And in springtime, of course, we'll start seeding our oats and sorghum. And then once we get to April/May, we sell that fabric. 100,000 of that money is going to go towards the training facility, and any extra money from there will be also paid off towards a loan. And I think that at that point, we may be pretty close to getting the loan down to $1 million. And with the training facility being down, I think our horses by then, the mature horses may be reproducing. And I think they've also reached their max value. I think they're at 5,000 and they haven't moved since. And from the mod description, the more value of the horse, the more liters we'll get out of them when we bring them over to the training facility. And since 5,000 is the max, we'll get the max out of them. But what I want to do is, if the horses are worth 5,000 apiece, I'll see how many horses we bring over. And then we'll see how much money we get for the trained horses to actually see if we make that much of a profit. I may even just bring over one horse just to make the math a little bit easier. Just sold 2 of these straw bales and got like $750 for them. The other ones, at least 6 of them, I'm going to put into storage. Just want to make sure we have enough because I'll need it for the training facility as well. And we won't be getting any straw again until June, I think is when we harvest oats. So since they're not worth that much money, I'd rather have it in storage and make sure we got enough, rather than just trying to get an extra $1,000 out of these bales. That one other bale that's on top of those silage bales, I will sell that one though. I still got 3, well, there are 3 bales in behind the combine. 2 full ones, and one of them is just about empty. I think it's got like 1,000 liters left in it. Yeah, so I really do hope those trees, spruce trees, get up to 35 meters tall. But if not, oh well, not much we can do about it. We'll just keep taking them down as we need. But someone did say this December should have been, I mean, that was many episodes ago they did the math. They said this December, so maybe it'll be January. You know, maybe one more month. And they'll be up 35 meters tall. If they're not by, you know, by March, which we'll get to here very soon, if they're not up to 35 meters tall, we'll just have to assume 25 will be the height that they're going to reach. Although, like I said, I was on 2 different websites and they showed 2 different, 2 different charts to where they should reach 35. So we'll see. All right, so we're up to 50,000. Now I got, was it 24 more bales left? So yeah, we might be getting higher than 60,000. Well, we're definitely going to get over 70,000 in the bank account, at least for a short while. And someone did ask a little while ago, I think it was last year when I was putting the bales here, I have thought about hiding the building to the right. Dismantling it, if you will, with a map height, object hider. Maybe just hide that and I can put down sheds over here. But yeah, I don't think that would be what we're going to be doing. I mean, it kind of looks like an abandoned building, so demolishing it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But since we got the land for free, I really don't want to be placing sheds or expanding my farmland on the free land. So there we go, 75,000, which is great, which means, you know, I can pay off $50,000 at least on a loan, and I may even go a little bit more than that. Yeah, let's see what that actually does to the loan. I think 50,000 would be a good number. That'll be 1.1 million left. So what are we paying on interest per night? So 3,833. All right, I'm going to pay off more than that. I don't think I need that. I think 10,000 would be good. Yeah, I can't help myself. Save myself maybe an extra $50 in loan interest. But the silage bales are sold. Actually, while I'm here, let me double check on the animals. I'm pretty sure the sheep, yeah, I got to give them some grass or hay. The chickens are fine. The horses are fine. Yeah, these horses have been sitting at 5,000. So I think the max, that's what the max is going to be for them. By the time we put down the training facility in April, I think these will be ready to have some offspring. We are at 12 of 16 horses in the stable, so we'll get 4 young horses, although they don't look young, but you know what I'm talking about. And then the other 2 will just have to hold them on in until we get, sell a couple of horses. Now let's come over to here and we'll spawn a hay bale. Yeah, now that Giants came out with their bale shed and Omatani came out with hers, I'm seeing a whole bunch out there. Now I see some that can hold like 800 or 700. Where's the trigger for this? There it is. Hay bale. Yeah, we just want one of them, please. Oops, and it should be right over there. Perfect. Being able to store pallets is kind of nice. I think there might actually be a mod. I'm asking about this for hinterland, not here. But I think isn't there a mod somehow to where pallets that spawn from production buildings can be placed into like a storage building? Kind of need that for the seed potatoes. I haven't quite figured out since yesterday's episode about what I want to do with the seed potato production on hinterland. So here you guys go with your hay bale. I'll see you in the morning when I come back over to take your wool. And actually, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and leave this right here. Be a little bit easier. Let me just check on the production buildings. The sawmill, as we know, should be fine. Hide inactive. Make sure, yeah, we're at 5,000. That's going to be good at least until morning. And, of course, the spinnery. Yeah, that's looking good. Everything here. Seeds, fertilizer, water. Seeds, fertilizer, water. That's all looking good. Teleport back to here. So what were we paying? 38.33 was it? 38.33 on the loan. And yeah, I just got to remember to keep checking the store for a trailer that would suit my purposes. Production buildings are good. Animals are good. I'm good. January. 9 a.m. So 38.33 on the loan is now 36.13. So a couple $100 that we're saving ourselves, which is good. I think those trees grew. They are taller. And the reason I can tell, they're taller than the trees on the right. So the person that said December, I think you were just about right. Your math, I guess, all depends on when you actually planted them. Or is that deceiving? We got reindeer again. 35.8 meters. We got our tall spruce trees. Hooray, they're here. Of course, our sawmill. Let's see here. Did it get through the night here? It did. It did fine. All the production buildings are going good. So, upgrading the spinnery, we're still going through the cotton, I think, a little bit. Not a whole lot. So, I think the 2 greenhouses producing cotton, it's about even. And in the future, once we pay off more of the loan, and I don't need as much passive income from the greenhouses, I can always switch it over to 04 making cotton or whatever. So we'll have to see. But hooray for the greenhouses. Not the greenhouses. The spruce trees. Spruce trees. Oh, the telehandler is not ready. It's over by the sheep. But let me get this beautiful big spruce tree cut on down. Now, according to that same 2 web pages that I went to that gave me the charts on the trees, these spruce trees do grow the tallest, I believe, but it's actually the stone pine that gives more liters per tree. And I don't think those have grown yet, but it's only been a couple months. Yeah, so these I may cut into 3s. Now when I go ham on these trees, meaning when I do an episode again where we're actually doing the sawmill, we're going to cut down a whole bunch of these and we'll use the yarder. But just for the winter months right now, we're going to go ahead and drag them on over. Alright, let me go ahead and take care of the wool and the sheep. Do the sheep need hay this morning? They probably do. The chickens are good. The horses are looking... I think they can get by another month. But let me take care of the wool. I'll bring a bale over to the sheep. So they're good, but we'll make sure we fill the sawmill enough to get us by... Ooh, and I got to go ahead and take care of the eggs as well. Yeah, we'll get the sawmill good enough to get us until the month of March. The sheep are all set. The spinnery's all set. The chickens are all set. I was just looking at some stats, and currently we have about $180,000 of... Wait, did I say $180,000? Is that correct? Let me double check here. $180,000 worth of fabric if we were to sell it at the best price in May now. Of course, it's only January, so I think we're going to be over 200 grand in fabric when the time comes, and that's going to be, you know, helpful for the training facility, the trailer for the horses, the trained horses we got to buy, but that's only going to be like $16,000. And then, of course, the rest can go into maybe topping off of greenhouses with seed fertilizer if we need to. And then, yeah, the rest can go on towards the loan. Or maybe buying more farmland. This spruce tree is going to be heavy. Come on now, get on here. There we go. Alright, yeah, I didn't grab it in the center. That's not a good thing. Yeah, I'm way too far over. Let's put that back down. Yeah, so I think the second tree we put in December, that was like 2,500 liters. Alright, I'm just going to do this the old way. So I'm only going to be able to grab this one trunk anyways. Careful turning here. So we'll get this entire one tree in the spawn and we'll collect it and see what we get up to. Let me make sure that is actually in the spawn. I want that, move it twice. And then grab this one on up. This one shouldn't be as heavy, so grabbing it in the center, not as important. But I think we've, at this point, may have reached a tipping point on the farm, meaning, you know, in the beginning, every little dollar that we were bringing in, we were putting right back into the farm. You know, taking out a big loan, doing all that. But looks like this year, and a little bit of last year as well, that not every dollar that we're bringing in is, you know, we're spending it right away. We're paying off the loan. Because we did have a loan of 1.5 million, and now we're getting down close to 1 million. And the way the fabric is looking, and of course we'll have planks, I might even actually upgrade now that we can see these spruce trees have actually reached a full height. All the others won't be too far behind. We might be able to upgrade the sawmill as well. And that's where I'll probably end up looking at definitely getting an autoloader. Alright, so, well, we're right at 2,000 liters, so that should be... Okay, wait a minute. We're at 6,000, but this one wasn't quite in the trigger. So that was about 5,000 liters. So almost double the amount of liters from a 25 a 25 meter to a 35 meter. Well, definitely need one more tree down here. Yeah, let me go ahead and I'm going to get this probably 2 more trees. I'll cut down and put on in, and that way we should be able to get all the way to the month of March. So 16,000 liters are into the sawmill, so we should be good for 3 more months. Almost all the way to the month of April. But the one thing I kind of forgot about is checking on the sheep. We're back up to 195 sheep already. And yes, those other sheep I was mentioning, they are worth 1,000. So we're going to grab another 13 sheep. Just 13 at a time I think is good. And we'll go sell those. And I will keep that cash. I'm not going to pay off any more in the loan. Be nice to, but I think it'd be just wise to keep it until we get our fields planted. Although 8,000 would be more than enough. But I think we lost a little bit of money overnight. Not a whole lot. Maybe like $1,000. I guess all depends on when's the best time to sell sunflowers, which I don't know, remember when that is. And strawberries are the other thing that's being sold. But upgrading the sawmill, that's going to cost $66,000. So, I mean, I could do that when I sell the fabric, but we'll just have to... I'd rather actually dig into that loan payment a little bit more. The transportation vehicle is no longer available. Pardon me? The heck does that mean? Am I out of the trigger? Was I in the trigger, then came out of the trigger? Don't trigger me. There we go. We'll grab these young ladies or fellas right here. So, I mean, if this pattern keeps up with the sheep, which I don't think it's going to, where every month I have 13 sheep that are worth $1,000, that's going to be a whole lot of cash coming in by the end of the year. A year's total of $13,000 per month. Yeah, we're looking at about 144, $156,000 worth of sheep a year. If I could sell 13 per month. There's all our wonderful fabric sitting there. Yeah, I may have to look at those 2 lots of land I just passed on our left. I think I did before, and I think they're like combined, they're like 25 grand. Because I may need another field, and putting wheat into those fields wouldn't be a bad idea. But on this map, I cannot plant wheat in the springtime. So in February, I'll probably could be back over here to visit Earl and sell 13 more sheep. As long as we keep up to 195 sheep in the stable, that's all that matters. Earl's probably saying, what am I supposed to do all these sheep? I don't know. I really don't know. There we go. I'll probably see you tomorrow, Earl. I got 13 more sheep that are worth 1,000 apiece. Well, just looking at the price of sunflowers, because that's what we're growing in our 2 greenhouses. November, you can see the price is terrible. December, which we were just at, the price is terrible. But just like that, the price jumps way up. Well, not way up in January, but way up in February. So in 2 months span, you go from 428 to 811. So that's going to help us out quite a bit. And the price stays relatively good throughout the rest of the year. At least average or above average. But it's November, December, which that's when I activated it, when the prices are the worst. But so on and so forth. In the store, there is a Kubota in there, but it's nothing I think we're going to need on the farm here. The only thing I probably would look at is, something comes up like 180 to 200, which is where a FIA is. I might look into a third tractor, but I got many more other ways I should be spending the money. All right, I'll see you in February, because we're going to sell 13 more sheep, I do believe, and we'll have our eye on all the production buildings and everything else to see what's going on. Well, the money is pretty much right where it was. I went to bed right around about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I think I was at 24,300, and I wake up at 24,176, which is fine. It is snowing on out, but that's all good. Let's see, the horses, yes, they're doing fine. The chickens, yeah, I think we'll take care of the horses and chickens today. The sheep are going to need another bale of hay. Glad I made the hay at the end of the season. I think I'm going to have to do that right at the beginning of this year as well. Stone pine trees, I don't see anything over there, so yeah, those trees haven't grown. Let's go over and grab 13 more sheep if the pen's up to 195, which I'm assuming it's going to be. Just a light snow. Gotta get a little snow in every winter, right? It's not snowing hard enough, I think, where it's going to accumulate to anything. Of course, I got to bring the wool over. Okay, so we didn't get any sheep overnight, but I'm going to go ahead and sell these anyways. I think we'll get back up to 195 sheep rather quickly. And since the spinnery has enough wool into it, it's not going to hurt for about a month or two if we don't actually have 195 sheep. Another $13,000 into our bank account, which is nice. We're up to $37,000. Now this is a bale trailer, which we do not need. I think that's the exact same one I used on East Vineland, as a matter of fact. So not quite what we're looking for, because I know that does not have straps for pallets. I learned my lesson on that one, so not quite what we're looking for there, but we'll keep our eyes open for sure. One thing about winter, with the leaves being off the trees, it makes it a little bit easier to see backing up into the silo bunker. We'll drop that off. Let's grab the grain trailer, fill that up with sorghum, and we'll go ahead and we'll top off the chickens first. And then we'll come back and feed the horses. And then I think I'll take care of the wool and all the production buildings off camera, and I'll be doing that in between episodes. I think we've done enough of that today. And next episode, we should be in the month of March, which means planting some crops. Wait, did I go buy it? No, I didn't. Where's sorghum? There it is. I'll be planting some crops, of course. I think oats is first. I don't think I can plant sorghum till April. Is that correct? Yes, April. We can plant oats in March, which is fine. Yeah, these two fields over here. It's 12,000 and 12,000. So 25 grand for those two. Yeah, I was thinking about paying a little bit of this loan off, but I may go ahead and keep the cash, because if I decide to buy those fields, I'm going to need to buy them pretty darn quick. Like in March or April, so I can get crops into them. Although there is a crop already in one of the fields. So maybe we'll have a look to see what crop is in there. Maybe I'll spend some money right now. So how is the fabric doing? I'm going to keep an eye. Look at the fabric. Wow, we're up to $211,000 worth of fabric. And we still got, I mean, we just barely started February, March, and April. We got 3 more months. 3 more months that that's going to be making fabric before it's time to sell. And last month was 180. We're at 200, so we're getting like $30,000 a day worth of fabric. So we're going to be over $250,000 just in fabric when the sale time comes. That's one heck of a boost. That's all I'm going to say. I remember a couple years ago, people were saying, at least on this farm a couple years ago, so maybe like 20 or 30 episodes ago when we had a $1.5 million loan, a few of you were saying, you got to find a way to make money. We're making money now. You guys can take actually all of that if you want it. And you will take all of it. How does that make you look now? Yep, that's good. I can give them hay tomorrow. They're fine. The sheep are going to need some hay. Like I said, I'm going to take care of that off camera. I'll take care of the wool. Give them some hay. Maybe even give the horses a bale if they can take. I think they can take a little bit more. I think they got more room in their feed trough. I didn't really look too hard, but I'm sure they do. And boy, I'm just approaching this terribly. Right now that I'm in here, I can square up a little bit. Let me go ahead and park the Fiat away, get that under cover. Let's just take a quick little scroll up here. Did I say scroll? Should be a stroll that we want to take, not a scroll. See what's actually planted in this field and what condition it is in. Well, it is barley. And the yield bonus is at 98%. And this field is doing absolutely nothing. We're going to go ahead and buy that field at 98% and it's barley. That is a crop I can feed to the chickens. There we go. We now own this land right here. So a little bit more feed for the animals, which is good. That's what we need to do. You know, I'm still not sure if we got enough oats, but we'll figure that out when the training facility goes down. But the spinnery is spinning away. That's for darn sure. We're making plenty of fabric. We're going to have maybe even... We're going to be pretty close to $300,000 worth of fabric when it comes time to. So $100,000 for the training facility, and then take the other $200,000 and put that towards a loan. And that will really flip this farm around for sure. We should be making a profit easily every month after that. I think our loan interest will be fine. And then maybe when we sell the planks, now that our spruce trees are getting full height, we may even upgrade the sawmill once. I don't need to upgrade it more than that. And because this here is making us, I think, like, what are we making? Almost, where's the planks? So July, we're already sitting at close to 60,000. I think we bring in like pretty close to $80,000 worth of planks a year. So if I double that, that's $160,000 per year. Of course, I will be paying for it. We'll get our money back in the sawmill within 1 year of putting that down. So nice and easy. Nice and easy. Everything else, like eggs, I think chickens are doing fine. Of course, making money from the sheep now as well. Not just on wool to fabric, but selling them as a product. themselves, but everything's looking good. Yeah, but I think getting an autoloader and trading this trailer in, if the wheels were a little bit further back, it wouldn't tip back as far when it unloads, but it's a minor thing, but I think getting an autoloader might be something I do here in the near future. But speaking of the near future is planting crops. Next episode, oats and so on, and then stuffing the sawmill with a whole bunch of these spruce trees. I think we'll cut down as many as we can and put it into the sawmill. The sawmill can hold... Wrong one. Sawmill can hold 110,000 liters. So that may take all the trees that we planted. But that's fine, because that'll last a long time. It's only going through 5,000 liters a month. So if I put in 100,000 liters, that's almost 2 years worth of wood. So we just got to wait on these trees to hit the max height, which I can't remember how many months we went in between. Wasn't that many. Maybe 5 or 6. So the amount of spruce trees we got down should cover it. Of course, we even got a whole bunch of other spruce trees behind those tall ones that are growing. And eventually these... stone pine should start to grow. It's only been like 4 months, so I think a couple more months they'll hit the first major stage. Will be easier to see them. And yeah, I think the first cut of grass won't be silage this year. It'll be hay. May have to do 2 hay cuts a year for the amount of hay that we're starting to go through. But that's okay. Silage does bring us a good amount of money, but we're making a lot of money elsewhere now. But anywho, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Selendra. But until then, have a good one. We got some barley to harvest this year.